Warriors are used to carry electrical currents. A wiring diagram gives us information about the position and arrangement of devices and terminals on the devices and the schematic tab of Reburn. The tools to create wires are available and you can find it in Insert Wires, Wire Numbers, Piano, and Wire drop-down. You must choose Wire. Now take a look at the command line here. You will be requested to specify the source point. So you have to click on the point that you want to start the wire. After that, you will be requested to enter and point for once again. Click on the point that you want to terminate the wire if you want to continue drawing it. It is possible by clicking the another desired point. But if you want to terminate the wire up to here, you can just press Escape or press to Enter key twice. Now, I want to insert another word to show you an example again in the schematic tap water drop down. Select wire here is specified as start point of the wire and just click on it. After that enter the end point of it and click on where you want to terminate the wire. And this is step if you intend to draw it up to here, just press Escape or press to Enter twice to draw it. Another method to search for is using command line instead of selecting one or two. You can write a wire commands. As you know, for finding the exact command of wire, you can just keep pointer on wire and see the AP wire command. Now you need to write it. And then press enter. As you can see, here is a reason to specify where it starts. Just click on where you want to start your warrior. And after doing that, you can see specify wire ends and a command line. As you can see here, we have wars in blue color, which that's her mind, certain tasks. We could also start vertical, which means that the war can be drawn vertically, and other war, this edge, which forces a horizontal direction for the warrior segments. It means that when you write V in the command line and press center, your war is drawn vertically. Then you have to specify war and then click on the point you want to terminate it. Finally, first escape to finish it. For once again, I'm going to show you another example. Right the way I command a wire, click on where you want to specify wires start right edge and press center. Click on the point that you want to end the wire and first escape to finish it. Not that this is possible to just use war tool and then use command line without writing a wire or wire shield commands, for example, or just click on wire to tool. And then here in the command line, you can see the command, specify where it starts. And again, click on the point that the wire starts again and the command line, you can see specify wire and an entire vertical or horizontal command. And finally, if you want to terminate that wire, just click on the point to draw it. If you want to set war times for new wars, it can be done by wire, tie and a command line. First of all, I choose a demo for inactive drawings because interactive drawings we have set of wars with a specific characteristic. At this moment, I'm going to select Wyatteville and the command line. We have word type with I in blue color. Now want to write E and first center and see the result to Setsuo type dialog box will be displayed. The Setsuo type dialog box plays the VA types that are used in the active. Doing this dialog box is made of various columns just as used: wire, color, size, their layered name, wire numbering, user, Vaughn, and user to. Next I'm going to select the word type from the player name column. The OK button will be activated. Now I select OK button. As you can see in the command line here, is written to specify verse starts and also its ends and terminate the wire at the point that you want. Here, it can be seen that the wrong war is similar to war that I had selected in warrior type. Now, if you want to use another warrior, repeat the procedure again. Click on wire to write for warrior type and select the desired wire. The other options are available in the wire, too, which make it possible to insert wires at angles from the wardrobe down. Choose the 22.5 degree to similar to inserting wire procedure. You need to specify the start point, as it is mentioned, and the command line after the start point of the VA is selected. You will be prompted to specify the end point of it. So you have to click on the point where you want to terminate it. If inserting the word is done up to here and you don't need to continue drawing it by pressing escape, you can exit the 22.5 degree too. Now, I'm going to show you another example. Select 22.5 degree in Daiwata and then specify the start point, and note that if you want to continue direction 22.5 degree or higher by entering C command, it can be done. And then first escape. But if you want to change the direction of line, you can just select a point and your line, your desired points where the war is not exactly at 22.5 degree. Now, I'm going to take you through another twos, which are 45 degree and 6 to 7.5 degree. The procedure of using these tools are same as 22.5 degrees, and it draws the water at the angle of 45 degrees. And your method to select word degree, just writing the exact command which is mentioned here, you can memorize it and just write it down and the command line, then press enter and do the procedure to draw your via. Stretching wires. This still can be used when you want to just stretch or connect end of the war portion to the nearest components or another wire to do so. In the added wires, wire numbers, panel of the schematic tab, select is required to. You will be requested to select end of the wire, then choose the end of your desired bar. And the selected bar is connected to the nearest components or another via automatically. Then press escape or enter to exit the tool. Now I want to show you another example. At this time I'm going to connect the end of a wire to another wire. So choose the stretch to select the end of wire, which is near to another wire. And as you see, the selected wire has been connected automatically. Another way to select the modified to the viewer is by right-clicking on the wire. For example, just choose the void that you want to work on, its dendrite, click on it. And here many tools are available. So without going through the ribbon, we can select our desire to, such as trimming a stretching, also inserting wires and so on. For example, I choose the trimming and the command will be done. Not that in this method you just choose the Y before selecting the tool. I mean, this is the difference between selecting the tool from the ribbon and choosing it just by right-clicking on the wire. To raise a special part of our segments and those so-called connecting wires, the trimming wire is used to do this. I'm going to select a trim wire from the Edit Wires via Numbers, pan out of the Schematic tab and the command line. You will be requested to select a wire to trim. Select the wire segment to erase it from the drawing. Next, Presenter or Escape to terminate the tool. Choosing trimming 1 or 2 can be done by writing the trim and the command line. The selection box will appear and you will be prompted to select via some of the wire to be erased. As you see, after selecting 3 words will in the command sequence, the other options are available. The first one is fence. If you intend to remove multiple wires, simultaneously write. If in Presenter, you will be prompted to specify the first fence point now as specified, the first point again. You will be requested to specify the second point and so on. Note that by choosing fans you will be able to ignore the other medial via presence or to remove the wires. As you can see, by using fans, you will be able to remove several wires. It means more than one wire at the time. Another option is crossing against select wire 2 as you see the crossing option and the command line. Right. See and frisk center, you will be prompted to specify in the first corner of your window again is specified the second corner and your window will be drawn. All the wire have been tossed by the window will be erased simultaneously. Also, wires can be removed by erase commands. The difference between a trim tool and erase command is that when you use wire trim 2, you also be able to remove wire numbers and dots at a time. But using erase command just remove wires separately. Now, I want to show you an example. Write erase in the command line and then proceed to select the wire. As you can see, the dot has not been removed. Now I want to just restore the removed wire and erase it again by wire trim tool. So press Ctrl, that key to see. Erase the wire again. I'm going to select wire 2 and remove the previous wires by fencing. To do that, right F and pressing to then select the wires. And now you can see that the wires and also dots have been removed.